Hello, hello, hello. Let me... Bum, 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 bum. Hello, 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 hello. How is everyone? Let me figure out what we should have as our background music. I feel like... maybe like cozy nature, because we're painting nature? Let me see if I can find like... Can you even like DMCA nature sounds? I don't know. Cozy nature ambience. Calming morning moments. I just don't like the sound of rain. Hi, Pauline, how are you? Hello, hello. Ding, 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 ding. How are you? What about this one? Oh, that's nice. Okay. We'll just have some rain sounds. Hi, Maureen! I already said hi. Sorry, I was distracted looking up sounds of rain. Okay, let me remove the yapping background. Hello. Hi. Oh yeah, Maureen, you wanted to see my sticker collection, right? Way too much spicy food. Ooh, I feel that. I have that happen to me. I eat a lot of spicy food though, so I suppose it happens often. But yeah, do you want to see my sticker collection? It's pretty cute. But yeah, so I don't know how many of y'all remember, but last time we did this, we were around here-ish, actually. We got like halfway through. This is where we're at right now. And then this is how we're supposed to finish. And as you can see, other than my camera not capturing very well, I'm pretty sure we got scammed. I don't think it's gonna end up like this. Looks like a watercolor painting. But there's a lot of reasons we think we got scammed, mostly through the box and stuff. But it's been fun. I think we're actually gonna get some, like, these trees look pretty legit to me. These trees look pretty legit. But yeah, so we're gonna try to finish this painting today. Oh, I also got my nicer... I know I was gonna be stubborn about the paintbrushes they use, but they're so bad, so I got my nice paintbrushes. Just to see if we could, like, salvage a little bit of the pain. Okay, I'll show you my stickers. I'll show some of them, so that I don't, you know, get too much. Some of them, I just got some new ones. I got this really cute set of pancakes, and then I also got this really, look, it's like a little letters to send with like little penguin stickers. Isn't that super cute? So I just got these, but so this is, I have in this box my like bigger sticker sheets. You can see there's a lot. Oh, there's quite a few, but yeah, so I have like, oh, these ones I just got, they were for like Lunar New Year. They're really pretty. Yeah, I still don't have these. We're still kind of risking it, huh? But you know. Oh yeah, and I got these cats too with like cherry blossoms. Oh, so pretty. And then there's like faces and donuts. Oh yeah, so there's like Halloween stuff. I got some like, I do a lot of like, oh yeah, I got all of these like little ones for decoration. I do a lot of like bullet journaling, and so I like to decorate the... Oh yeah, I just recently got these vegetables. They're pretty tasty. More of those. Which ones? Oh yeah, I got these ones recently because I wanted like different like blues. I thought this one was really nice. It's like gamer theme. See? And I got some pandas. But yeah, so these are some of my stickers. Oh no, I made them not fit in the box. There we go. I think I might need to get a new box soon. And then I got these like smaller ones that I think are really cute. They're just like simple ones. You see, there's like little like just decorations, like bubbles or planets. I got this like set of purple and pink ones I really like. They just have like random letters on them. I don't even know, like words and stuff. Like dressing is the way of life. They just kind of like adds pops of color and cuteness. But yeah, so this is some of my stickers. And then I have, oh yeah, I just got like some of these that I think are really pretty. They're like these. So I've been putting them all over. They're really cute. But yeah, so I have a lot of different types of stickers. What's some other? And then I have like little anime stickers. Like, yeah, I can show a couple of the, oops, everything's falling apart. I want to get more anime stickers, but I have like stuff like this, like, you know, like Hatsune Miku and stuff, like little cute ones. So the collection grows. But yeah, I have that. Oh yeah, and I have a ton of washi tape too. They're pretty cool. But yeah, so we're gonna get started. I don't actually remember. I'm gonna move my keyboard out of the way. At least that won't get painted. So this is, I don't remember what number we were on. I see 7s. So at least it's 7. I see 5s. Let me show you. There's a 5 here, so maybe we'll start at 5. I think 5 is a good place. And these are how they're numbered. Okay. There you go. Yeah. I shouldn't do this over. What's worse, getting my desk mat full of paint or getting my, yeah, wait, I can do this intelligently. There we go. What's worse, getting my desk mat full of paint or getting my, my painting full of paint? Which one would argue your painting's supposed to be full of paint? Like, you know. Let me grab this paper towel and do this just to slightly reduce my spill-related anxieties. There we go. There's a lot of chaos in these, like, cam streams. Go from top to bottom, larger to smaller. Yeah, it did. It did say that, but, like, I got tired of switching between paints and, like, cleaning the paintbrush. So I just decided to start going by number. To be fair, the box was not very helpful. Not trying to call the box out or anything, not trying to be a hater on the box, but I think this, so I have this very fine, let me show you comparing it to, so this is the, here. This blue one is what they gave us, and it's like very, it's hard now because it's full of paint, but it like gets very, like the bristles don't stay together, whereas this one I've had for a long time and the bristles stay together a lot better. So I'm gonna try with this brush for a while and see if maybe it gets a bit easier, you know? We'll see. We'll see. Okay. There we go. 5. I like these sounds. These sounds are helping me feel calm. Okay, so here, I'm gonna start on the left side. There's a little bit right here. Oh, I like this color. There you go. And of course I'm gonna do it off screen where y'all can't see it, because that's what that's how a pro streamer does it. It's kind of like, it's a bit of an adventure, right? You don't really know what the painting's gonna be until I reveal it. How was my day? My day was good. It was very busy, and I did work a little late. Like, I worked until probably like an hour ago, which usually I have like 3 hours in between stream and work, where I, like, you know, do my own thing, hang out, read, nap, all of that sort of stuff. But this time I kind of like just went to set up, because it does take a little longer to set up these streams. I'll have to send y'all a picture sometime on Discord. I did do a lot of extra setup specifically with how I have the camera set up, which is probably shocking because it's not a good setup. But what I mean is I tape it a lot to the stand that I have it on just to make sure that it doesn't like fall or I have an accidental slip up, you know? So, it takes a while to get that all set up, but other than that, I would say it's a pretty good day. There's something, even though it's tiring, very, like, comforting about getting a lot of work done, especially a lot of work you've been, you know, like, trying to push through and you've been blocked on. So that was really nice. It's interesting seeing some of these colors, like, mixed together, if that makes sense. Like they blend, but there's slight color variation. I think they picked the colors very well. These are 8s. We see a 5 here. Ooh, I had too much paintbrush on my brush. Oh well, can't do anything about it now. How was your day, Porn? This is also supposed to be quick drying, so that allegedly will help a little bit. It's a 6. Okay. Yeah, I think the painting looks really good so far. It like, when we ended, gosh, it's been 2 weeks now. When we ended 2 weeks ago, I kind of felt like I wasn't quite seeing the vision. But now that I've stepped away from it and come back to it, I see it. I see what we're trying to achieve. And it makes me very happy. I do see a lot of places that we missed, though. So we'll have to do something about that. Like I see 1, the number 1. It's kind of unfortunate, but few meetings and few emails. That, you know, when you just have a few, that's nice. I don't look at my email as much as I should, honestly. I don't think I looked at my email the last, like, 4 hours of the day, so I guess that's a problem for Friday morning, Viri. Ding, ding, ding. If someone really needed me, they'd send me a ping. That's my philosophy for emails. If you're sending an email, I don't feel like it's very urgent, personally. You'll send me a message if it's urgent. Maybe that's a controversial take, but that's usually how it goes. Oh, and there's this section right here. There we go. But yeah, I'm kind of excited for the weekend. Not that I have any plans. Oh, I do have one plan. I want to go... There's the final volume for a light novel series that I've been reading for the past couple... I guess it's been like 2 years now that I've been into it. Called I Swear I Won't Bother You Again. The last volume came out this week, and so I was going to go to the bookstore and pick it up. It's one of those stories, it's just, like, really depressing. I don't know how to explain it, why it's so enjoyable, but they do not... There's very few stories I read that just don't hold back on, like, the sadness of everything happening around. It's just, like, a very sad... Her life is just horrible. Although, as of the last book, it does look like her life is finally getting, like, better, like, more happy, and that's why I really want to read it, to see, like... Is the author actually gonna let her finally be happy for once? Because good gosh, she deserves it. Or like, is the Is it gonna continue to be sad? Well, I don't know. It's just, I like reading things I haven't read before. I've always found this issue. I love watching anime, but one of the issues I have is I've watched so much of it that I can predict a lot of plot changes and plot points before they happen, because like there's only so much originality you can have. And so when I read things like that are truly, I mean, originality in the sense of like, as long as you're following the general like status quo, you know, of how a story should be written and what's popular and what will get people to watch your stuff, like, it's not going to be that compelling or unique or different. People will still watch it, right? And so, and there's nothing wrong with that. It works, right? Like, people enjoy the stories, so I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But I find it interesting when authors are willing to take risks and write stories that, like, sorry, I'm moving my keyboard back a little bit. When authors are willing to take risks on plots and points that, like, no one else is, you know? And sometimes they're complete flops. Sometimes they're just so painfully bad or so painful to read, like so painfully depressing that people are like, I don't want to read this. And then it's not popular, you know? But specific to this story, I think it's just, it's interesting. They're like their relationship is so toxic for each other. They build off of each other's, like, I don't know, the couple, like, she just has a horrible life and is really depressed, and like he's her childhood friend, and he like just is obsessed with her and wants to see her happy, and so he's okay like feeding into her, like she's like, oh yeah, it's nice to have finally like someone for myself, and so she's like leaning into, you know, him helping and supporting her and everything. But it's also kind of like toxic because they're like super codependent on each other. And so it's like this really weird story because you're like rooting for them, but also you're like, oh, maybe I should be rooting for therapy, not them getting together. And so you're like kind of conflicted as a reader because you want her to finally be happy, and he's like really dedicated to her. And so you're like, yeah, that seems like a good match, right? But then as you think about it more, you're like, no, wait, maybe that's like a really dangerous dynamic. And so I swear I won't bother you again. There is a manga that came out for it, but the thing is, the manga is more like a happy-go-lucky slice of life. Like they really pulled back to like make the manga more conventionally like within the realms of what people would expect when they read a story, like a romance story, you know? There is not the level of like, she does not have as horrible of a life. It's not as depressing. The characters aren't as extreme in how they like treat people around them. And so, I mean, the manga's pretty generic, but if you want to read something like really, it's a light novel, so I think there should be online translations. Something like really like, wow, this is wild from beginning to end. I would recommend it. It's called, yeah, I Swear I Won't Bother You Again. Like I said, I started reading the manga because I was just interested to see like how they would draw some of the stuff that they put in the story, but they just didn't include it. Like, it feels like I'm reading a completely different story. It's kind of weird. And so I did kind of honestly drop the manga. I was like, I'm not as into it. I want the weird toxicity. I know that sounds strange, but like, I want it. I miss it. I miss that dynamic. Let me see. I think we're slowly making progress here. But yeah, if you read it, let me know what you think. I am gonna, like I said, I'm gonna just curl up in a ball and read that all weekend. And like I said, I'm really interested to see which direction the author goes. Like, is the author actually gonna have them together in their extreme, like, toxic codependency relationship? Or is she gonna go the route of, like, having them, you know, grow on their own and separate and, like, not be together? I think the codependency, like, being together is so much more interesting because, like, it's not, they really shouldn't be together. that would be like a wild dynamic. But you know, if you kind of want to watch the world burn, that's what you're rooting for, and I want to see a story go down that path. So we'll see. We'll see what risk the author takes. Although I might be the only one that's like really thinking like, wow, these people shouldn't be together. That's not healthy, and everyone's actually rooting for them to get together. I don't know. For me, them getting together would be like that's not ideal. That's a little concerning. That's a little worrisome. But maybe everyone else reading is like, yeah, full steam ahead on the concerning relationship dynamics, you know. We'll see. I haven't really seen anyone talk about the last book yet, but it's only come out this week in English print, so that could be why. We'll see though. There's that one. I don't know what else I have to read. I need to like find a new series. Now that that book's over, now that that light novel series is over, I need to find a new one to get into. I'm not quite sure what it'll be. There's a lot of options. I think I kind of want something like light-hearted and funny as my next one. I don't think I want to go something as like dark and dreary and like frankly depressing. This one I committed to the story, but now I'm ready for some happiness. You know? I think we could all use a little happiness. Okay. Paint this over here. It's kind of wild to think we're only on number 5. Bum bum bum. There we go. This section over here is really starting to get painted in though. The top is like getting built out a lot more. The bottom has a lot of like, as the box said, it has a lot of fiddly little areas, so. It's gonna be a lot more of like a nightmare to get through. This doesn't sound weird. I've been kind of in the mood for like a going down a Disney watch party. Like I just watch a bunch of there's a lot of Disney I haven't caught up on. Oh, is that right? Oh, that looks right. A lot of Disney I haven't caught up on. So I feel like there's a lot to watch. Oh, and Pixar, of course. Are those the 2 big ones? I don't even remember at this point, but I need to catch up with a lot of stuff that's come out. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. Oh, there's like a weird little bald spot here. Paint over that. There we go. Okay. Hello! I can't take too much credit because it's a paint by numbers, but thank you! Yeah, I think it's coming together really well. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's get this. Okay. I think the strategy, instead of going top to bottom, going left to right, kind of has worked better for me. It mostly probably just kept me from getting paint on my shirt, but that's all you can ask for, right? There we go. I also think this paintbrush is helping. Changing the paintbrush is kind of taken us pretty far. Because it has a little bit more, because it's flatter, we're getting more of that like kind of blended effect. The other one, I feel like we were getting, it was too like, the edges were too harsh. Did they come with it? Yeah. Yeah, the colors came with the thing, so you can see they have everything coordinated for me. So, it's really nice for someone like me who's not very good at like picking out colors. or really, you know, painting, but likes the process, it's very enjoyable. I can see why people do this. I heard lots of people talking about paint by numbers projects, and I never picked one up because I thought like you couldn't do a lot with it, but you can see it have like a full, like this definitely looks like an actual landscape. Like it looks very impressive. And it hasn't been too hard. The hardest part has just been fighting with like finding all the little tiny bits that have the numbers. Like when things get into here, where there's like a billion different numbers, I feel like I kind of lose track. I'm more guessing, going on vibes, on where I think which colors belong. There we go. So here's a 5. Like this blob here, there's supposed to be a color here, but I lost the number for that color. So I have no idea what's actually, I'll probably just put a random color there. Maybe I should just blob it with more 5. Nah, I'll wait till I find another color that seems like it would be good there. Just to have a little bit more variation. But yeah, these parts, like, okay, I can show you if we get closer. Like, you see there's so many different numbers in this one spot. Like it's just, and then when I like it's this tiny little area and there's so many numbers. Like it's very hard in some places just to get the thing right, but there we go. I think it does add like a layer of uniqueness to the painting though, which is pretty nice. Yeah, it's really detailed. I would love to see someone do this who has the skill to like match the level of detail. Just to see how different mine comes out compared to theirs. Because I feel like there's some people that probably can do a really good job and like really bring out the best in this project, whereas for me, I'm kind of I don't think I'm having fun, but I don't know if I'm bringing out the best in what is the potential for this, because there's a lot of places where there's like literally just a smudge is all that's supposed to be there, and I am not pulling that off. I think that's all the 5s. Will I add custom stuff to the painting? You know, that's a good question. The box did recommend for us to customize, huh? Maybe we will. We might customize. I don't know what we'll draw, but maybe we'll put something fun on top of it. Like, look, there's some 1s here that I just completely missed. Kind of funny. I'm gonna try with the thinner brush again. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be fun to, like... I don't even know what I'd put here. Probably like something in the sky flying, right? That would look cool. Do we have any 6s, or did we already do 6? I don't know if I see 6s anywhere. I see 7s. See 8? 7? I think we did 6 already at some point. I don't remember when. Oh, there's a 5 here! Oh, curses. Absolutely cursed. How did we miss it? You see, the paint is still on the brush. A little bit wet, but it's, you know, it's got the spirit, so... Where was it? Here was the other 5. I was like, I know I saw a bigger 5. I can't believe I missed one that large. The small ones I understand, but that's a pretty big, you know, one. Oh, and there's a 5 right here. But yeah, we've definitely already cleared out the 6s. Okay, make sure there's no other 5s just hanging out. If there's another 5, we ignore it. Oh, I see another 5. Okay, we won't ignore this 5. It's like they're hiding in plain sight and I'm still struggling. I think that's good. Yeah, thanks for hopping on. I would, well, definitely say if you're able to get one of your own. I found this on Amazon, honestly, but yeah. Like, getting these open, though, is like the real hard part. There we go. But yeah, it's nice because like, they take care of all the color coordinating and stuff. It kind of takes all the thinking out, like the hard parts, the stressful parts. Okay. So here for 7, I'll roll up my sleeve because I'm gonna definitely get paint on my arm here. Okay. There we go. So we're trying with this the brush that the kit actually came with that was a little rough. Oh, I see ones everywhere. I really didn't do a good job with the ones. Oh well. It says it's quick drying, so you know, we'll take their word for it. There we go. Ooh, I like this green. It's right here. Oh, I got paint on my arm. I like this green right here. I don't know what color of green this is. It's very like deep. What would you call this? I would call this like tree green, but we have like 12 tree greens, so I don't think that could be it. That is something I find when I do paintings. I have trouble a lot with like, a lot of it is having very similar colors together to make like different effects. I never think to do that. I feel like it becomes very like single toned because I don't have a good eye for picking out colors. There we go. Whereas that's another like plus side to a kit like this is you can get like a feel. You can get a feel for like picking out the right colors and how these colors can like come together to make this sort of painting. There was another one I saw. Well, they have a lot of different options. The nature scenes are the ones that interested me the most, but they also had like, I don't know. I guess like houses and stuff are still kind of nature, huh? They had lots of little. There's also like just patterns that were kind of fun. I think if I remember, there was one of like a cat that I was pretty interested in. So, despite all of the questionable packaging associated with it and the horrible instructions, oh, and the odd odor. There was the odd odor. I think overall I would probably get another one of these. Definitely gonna put this up once it's complete. Need to find a cute place for it. But you have to be very careful, like, losing all the detailing. That's why they said to do the detailing, like, the smaller stuff last, so you don't lose that kind of stuff, but... That's another thing. If I do another one, I'll follow the rules. The rules recommended to me on the box. Hi, Wolf. How are you? Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Ooh, that was like a squirrel. I don't know if y'all can even hear the sounds that I'm hearing. They're like nature sounds that I turned on. And there's a squirrel going like right now. There we go. Now the question is, what color is this? Wait, let me get close. I think it's a 7. I'm not gonna lie. I think this stick is supposed to be a 7. So we'll just... It looks like a 7. Oh, I could consult the little thing they gave me. It looks dark, actually. We'll save it. I think it's an 8. I think it's 8. We'll wait. I'm pretty sure it's right if you look in the... It's a little blurry so you can't tell, but there's like tree trunks and I think they have them like dark as a black color, which is the number 8. So we're gonna wait. Like I said, we're winging it. Oh, that's good. Y'all can hear the vibes. Mm-hmm. It's kind of fun with the sounds, like me listening to this while I'm painting, because I feel like I'm bringing the nature I'm hearing to life on the canvas. It's like, oh yeah, I am one with this tree that I'm trying to create. Okay, let's see. So there's a little 7 right here. Bum, bum, bum. There we go. Slowly. I'm covering up some of the colors. Actually, funnily enough, I do remember last time we did this, there was some areas that I like painted over the number. I was like, oh, I'll just remember it because I'll get to it. And then we didn't finish it in one stream. So now, like, how could I remember? I think I'm gonna leave the 8, the black, for last though. Because it's very large. Very large. Which is the opposite of what it told me to do. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm very interested to see how adding the shadows impacts the final product. Probably because the point is you're supposed to paint over like little edges and stuff of the black to make it more like blended in with the surroundings would be my assumption here. But you know, we can, as they say, we can fix that in post. We'll figure it out. Hi, how are you? That is the thing about painting, is it's very easy once things are dry to just cover them up again. It's a very, very low risk form of art as far as like stress levels and oh, there's no coming back from that. It's very easy to fix. But I do find painting on a blank canvas to be a little stressful, personally. I have lots of paintings. Like I said, I don't paint well, but I do enjoy painting. And I have lots of like random little paintings in my sketchbooks. I put a little bit onto paper and then just like the stress, you know, the anxiety of like filling the whole page up, I just would stop halfway. I was like, you know, I've had my fun, but this is where we'll stop. We don't need to go any further. There we go. I think that's supposed to be a 2. We're gonna have so many little touch-up zones, and I think what I'm gonna do is just open them up and like blob everything together. That's my plan. It's like instead of cleaning the brush, just blob it all on. That's probably a bad strategy, but I think I've approached this whole thing with a bad strategy. So what's What's one more bad strategy in the grand scheme of things, right? It's I suppose it's like my life philosophy at this point. Yeah, this paintbrush still is pretty rough to work with. But I do get the little skinnier bits better than the other paintbrush I was working with. So, that part is good. That part's good for sure. Ugh, I like this green so much. Any spots where I don't know where the number is, I'm gonna use this green. It's such a pretty color. I am accidentally painting over some details though. So that's where it's a little unfortunate, but it's fun. Nice. Here we go. It's coming together. I can see the vision. There's like, you know, the dark hills, and then we have this like, oh, it's moss color. That's the color I would call it. Like these like mossier greens that are like, you know, filling in where grass and different things would be. I get it. Maybe I am improving. That's kind of interesting. I've always kind of felt this way about things like learning this way instead of freehanding but having a little bit of direction. I don't think it's bad, as long as you're not claiming it as your own. Now if I finished this and you weren't able to see the numbers anymore and I was like, oh yeah, I just, you know, I just put paint to page, it was all me. I think that might be a little, perhaps not great. It's the same with like tracing. If you're honest about what you did and said you were just doing it to learn, I think that's perfectly fine. But then when you start actually just tracing, that's probably a little bit of a problem. You probably shouldn't do that. Look, that looks so cool. That looks, oh sorry, I'm gonna bring it down a little bit. It looks very like grass growing on a hill. I like that. And I would have never thought to do that myself because I don't have I don't have that kind of eye. I like putting the 7 in. There's a lot of like nice big patches, and those are a lot more satisfying to paint. I like seeing the canvas go from like kind of plain, you know, blank white to getting color added to it. Mm-hmm. There we go. I do think one thing that would be nice, personally, that maybe this kit could have had is, so there's these colors and they're numerically ordered, but it would be nice if they were numerically ordered by like what you should start with. Like I just started with 1, right? Well, I started kind of what they told me, which is top to bottom, biggest to smallest, but I was kind of eyeballing it. And then I just started going through the numbers because it was just easier for me personally. But it would have been really nice if, oh, here's a little spot. If they just had the numbers in order, and I think for someone like me who's like not really sure what they're supposed to be doing, I think it would have just been a little bit more clear. Because there's lots of like little, you know, fiddly small spots, so it's a little tricky for the unexperienced. Mm-hmm. I do like it though. I would definitely recommend this to anyone who just wants to paint without thinking too hard. And perhaps doesn't mind a little bit of squinting. Let me move this up here. I'm happy to do a lot of squinting. And like bringing the canvas like close to my face and kind of a little bit of guesswork. if you will. There we go. Like here, you can't see it, but there's these little blobs here. They're very tiny, like the size of like the little tiny spot of my paintbrush. And they're 14s. But if I'm not careful, then I'll paint over the number and then I won't remember that it's a 14. Which is oh, there goes Nutella. Which is a problem. You gotta be really, really careful. I'm in my focus zone right now. There we go. That's nice. I can still tell those are 14s. You can see the little blobs. I don't know what the 14 color... Oh, it's another green. I wonder how they went about designing this. Did they just paint and then work backwards? Like, how do you go about building one of these? I'm actually so curious. I might have to look up like if there's any process videos of someone making a paint by numbers project for someone else. There we go. My dog's sitting at the, she's locked in a room. She's sitting at the gate because she can see me across the hallway. She's just barking. Just barking away. I'm sorry, Nutella. That's on me. Any 7s? I do see a 7. She's got the funniest little growl. Whoa. I already lost track of where I was. Oh, right here. Okay. That is another thing. If you paint over an area like halfway and then you go to refill your paintbrush and you weren't really paying attention, or like you went over the number, I have that happen a lot too. And I'd lose track of where I was. I get too much paint on there. This looks like 7s. Yeah, like, see, if I can keep the detailing, gonna be so nice. I think those are 8s. Yeah, the 8 is gonna make or break because it's so dark. There's just so much room for it to mess up, you know? Oh. There we go. Where was I painting? Oh, right here. Oh, nice. Okay, I think I nailed the prickliness of the tree for that. Yeah, that looks a little prickly, right? Right there. It's a little prickly. There we go. Yeah, maybe going in later and like emphasizing some of this might, it might, I think it would go really well. There we go. Gosh, I really want to do another Skyrim run. I feel like I always default to the same builds. I want to do something different. But like summoning and being sneaky is so much fun. It's just so enjoyable. Like, that's just, I don't know, that's I kind of default to like magic classes. Maybe I'll do like a sword. A sword could be cool. There we go. It's nice. This corner right here is like really starting to get built up. There's some areas that are already essentially done. Nice. There we go. Okay, perfect. That 9. I don't remember if I've already done that 9. I don't see it in too many places. Like I don't really see it. I think I've already done 9. At least I don't see 9 anywhere. Yeah, I hope it helps you relax. I'll try to make sure the dogs don't bark too much, you know? But yeah, I hope you have a good evening, Blue. Yeah, I'm always switching between Blue and Boring. You got 2 nicknames on this stream. It keeps things interesting. I think this is a 7. Maybe it was a 3, but I've already covered it up. This keeps happening. I just can't tell. I've covered up too much. There we go. Ugh, I love whenever I hear the chipmunk. This is the sort of thing I play for my cats a lot. I don't know if it really does help, but it feels like it helps keep them like a little calm. Gives them a little, you know, stimulation to break up the monotony of their sleep. They really like also when I turn on visuals to go with it. There's like cat TV basically. And there'll be like squirrels. They really like the fish. There's one with like fish floating around. There's one with like squirrels. The birds, they're really big fans of the birds. The only one they don't really like is like there's one with mice. They hated the mice. It like scared them. Which I was surprised with because I thought the whole thing about like cats, you know, catching mice. I thought that would be their favorite one, but no. They did not like it at all. They got really scared. Maybe my cats are just good at being indoors. They wouldn't do very well outdoors, which is okay because they don't go outside. So, you know, they can be bad at that. They do, however, like to like smack the TV when they see stuff like that, you know? And so, or like my monitors, I do get worried sometimes that they're gonna crack my monitors, but you know, what the cats want, the cats get. That's my philosophy. Just spoil them with everything in the world. They just make me so happy, so I want them to be happy. I think that's a pretty normal take. I think a lot of people are like that with their cats. It's like, it's fun, because they're like, you know, 99% of the time, they're just so grouchy. And they're actually very loving. Cats are very loving. But it does, it like, I feel like it takes a lot of work to make them warm up to you. You have to, like, you know, be patient, wait, give them treats. So it's really satisfying when they start to love you. Like, one of my cats is I call him a one human cat. He only likes me. He doesn't like anyone else. No matter how much I've tried to, like, socialize him with others, he's just not interested and gets a little grouchy around other people. And I'm like, okay, well, that's okay, dude. That makes me feel special. It's also a balancing act because you want them to, like, be somewhat comfortable, you know, around people. You don't want them to be, like, so scared that if they got out or something, they wouldn't, go up and approach a human for help. But he definitely would much rather just be hanging out with me. Okay, there is a 4 here, like right here on the side of the canvas, not even part of the like front facing component. I'm just gonna paint over that because this whole section around it is 7 and I don't think we're losing anything, and I'm not gonna pull out the 4 for one tiny little section. That's a little ridiculous in my opinion. Okay, let's see. Where else do I see a 7? Any other? Oh, there's like all 7s over here. I missed all of this part. That's funny because I remember painting it. This happens a lot with this. Like, your eyes kind of start glazing over the numbers. Okay. You need a... You need binoculars to do this. I bet there's people that are like really into this hobby that have like little magnifying glass kind of things to like work over. I would be willing to bet there's a community around this hobby and they have solved the issue of like these tiny fiddly little areas. But now that I like know that I like it, another thing I'd really like to look for is I'm sure, without a shadow of a doubt, I'm positive that there has to be like legit, you know, like small bit. No, like I found like a, you know, on Amazon, it's like probably drop shippy or like probably AI. But it'd be nice to find like a small business that's, you know, put a lot of effort into putting one of these together. I think that'd be really nice. Because I'd be interested to see if it's different. I don't see any more 7s, but I bet right when I put my paintbrush down I will. Okay. The 7 is done. I don't see... Oh, I see a 9. I see a couple 9s. Not a lot of 9s. I wonder if that's because I've already done 9 and I just missed it. I think it's because I've already done 9. This looks used. I just missed it. Okay. We'll get these in anyways. Ooh, my paintbrush still has some green on it. Oh gosh. Oh, that's too much paint. No. Boo. It's okay. This section is gonna be a little... me. Let me see if I can clean a little bit of that off. It's a little better. Okay, are there any other 9s that I missed? Oh, that's a 9. Get a little bit more paint on my brush. Wait, where was that 9? Oh my gosh. No! Oh, right here. Okay. I literally just painted over the number 9 and then lost my place. Okay, 8's fine. So let's move on to 10. Yeah. Looks like there's pretty big sections of 10. Oh. That'll be nice. The big sections are very satisfying. So. Me. I think I do. I'm gonna use this guy for a little bit. We're experimenting. Right? It's coming out really good. It's a paint by numbers, so I can't take too much credit, but I am very impressed with how well it's coming out. Ooh, this one's like, the consistency of this one is like weirdly sticky. The paint is like much stickier and thicker than the others. Okay, so this is 10. I don't want to get my I don't want to get a paint on me, but it's probably inevitable at this point. Getting this really big section that we hadn't gotten to yet. See, the big sections, I feel like, are the very satisfying sections, but the small sections are where the, like, really nice details come in. So, it's a little give and take, huh? Because the big sections, for me personally, are more enjoyable. It does, right? It's like, it has a very, like, kind of, like, minimalist vibe, Japanese kind of painting vibe to it. I agree with that. I just picked it because I've always really wanted to do, like, a nice nature painting. And so, I was like, oh, this one seems like it'd be really fun to do. I also have a bit of a problem with, like, coverage. Like, you can see the 12s. I need to go over some places, basically. So that's kind of a bit of a problem. I think the paint maybe is thick enough, but some just need multiple coats, because, like, that's what happens with lighter colors, you know? It's, the nature of the beast. That's cute. Okay, that's a 2, which is upsetting. That's a 1, also upsetting. Oh, here's... Okay, this little tiny patch right here is a 10. The 10 is like a brown, so I don't know how many places it's gonna be used in compared to the greens. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, okay, there's a little tiny edge right here. I have to, like, crave my, like, you know, like, bend my head to the side to get some of these sections. There we go. And then some sessions, it's kind of a guess because I've completely obliterated the number. Painting other patches. Those are all definitely 11s. What number is that? That's a 14. Okay. Let's see. 11s, 8s. I'm so excited to get the 8s on the page. That is all 8, 12, 1s. Here's a 10. There we go. Okay. You got that. Okay. Get that section in there. Just a little bit of, like, is that a 9? I closed the 9. It's brown now. I will admit, I do this in some sections where it's like, mess up the color just a little bit for some convenience, you know? We already closed that chapter in this painting. The 9 is gone. We're in the era of the 10. 14. Oh, here's a 10 down here. Are there any 10s? I see a little bit. It makes sense that the browns would be kind of closer to the bottom. kind of for like dirt and leaf coverage. Am I learning from this? It feels like it. Okay. Nice big 10 blob here. Ugh, there's little very skinny sections. Let's see if we can do this. Not really. That's our artistic interpretations coming out. This is just artistic interpretation. It's not a mistake. What is it Bob Ross says? It's just our happy little accident. There we go. 14s. Couple of sections right here. Okay. So I don't think I see any more. Oh, I see a little. Oh no! I got my arm in it. I'm gonna have so much paint I'm gonna have to wash off. That's okay, that's part of the fun. As long as it doesn't get on my sweater, because I like this sweater. Oh, you can't even see because I have it rolled up so much, but I do like this sweater. There we go. Okay. I don't think oh, there is a 10 right here. Thought it could sneak by me. Ooh, that got rid of a little bit of detail I think I was supposed to put in. There we go. Yeah, the birds just haven't been painted yet because they're black. They're number 8. And I'm saving the black color for last just because I think it's gonna be really cool to see it like pop. I think I was supposed to do the darkest colors first, but it's okay. Okay. I think we're finally starting to fix all of our little, like, I'm filling in some of the spots that we missed with this color because I like the contrast of this color. It's probably not correct, but again, we're doing a little bit of freestyling. There we go. This one was supposed to be a 1, and I don't like what the painting it over with the brown did, actually, so let me fix this one. Just right here. It'll have a little of a... it'll have a little bit of brown detailing. There you go. That's a fun little mixture. No one knows this happened. No one knows that mistake was made. It just looks like blending, right? It just looks like blending. There we go. Okay, we fixed it. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. We've got a lot of 11. We have a lot of 11 coverage. The 11 scares me because it's like white, super white, and I feel like the coverage isn't going to be very good on it. But it's just like, it's like slightly off green, slightly off green. But we'll try our best. Okay, well, here we go. I'll just kind of, like, you know, kind of really blob it on there. Oh gosh. Please, please. I don't want my sweater to get dirty. Oh yeah, that is like... We're gonna need multiple coats of this for sure. But you also don't want to put too much paint on the page. There we go. It's like a weird balancing act here. But I definitely want to make sure I paint over the number because I don't want to end up like this 12 here, which it's already been painted. You just can't tell. Okay. Oh, this is like snow on the peak. You see, there's like these green sections, and then I'm painting some of this like barely green, like it's like someone sneezed in it with some green. Like it's so muted. Oh no, I got it on my arm. We're just a mess. We're a mess right now. Oh, that's too much paint. Oh my God. It's kind of cool though. It's just enough color that you notice it. And I think this one really benefits from like, oh, like kind of blobbing like this, making it like smeary. I don't know how to describe it. But it's benefiting. There, I feel benefited. I feel like it's improving it. Again, it could just be delusion. I'm not too familiar, but I think it looks cool. Yeah. This is us adding our own little styling. The 8's gonna really take this to the next level. I'm so excited for it. And like, I'm like not speed running, but I'm like kind of trying to. The colors, like these light colors, aren't as interesting to me because I feel like they don't add enough impact compared to what I'm thinking about. Just how cool the black is gonna look, you know. I want to see. And see, look, there's like 12. Like this is white with more white in some of these sections. It's just two different shades of white. The only thing I'm worried about is my strategy for the black is anywhere that I still see white, just paint over it with black. But what if I mix up some of the sections that are white because they're supposed to be white? I feel like that is a possibility. Obliterate! It feels like that Harry Potter curse. There we go. Oh, so section over here. There we go. Looks pretty good. You can't tell. You can't tell yet, you know? You can't tell yet. There we go. Okay. I think that's supposed to be white. like getting, when you get little, you see I got like a little bit of white onto it, onto the already dark color. That's a cool effect. Mm-hmm. There we go. Oh, here's some 11. What's, oh, 13 is like a yellow green. I feel like that can't be used too much. Like, the sections that have the yellow feel too harsh to me, personally. I'm not like the biggest fan of the yellow sections. The 12 section too, I already did it. I just have to repaint over where the, where the numbers didn't get painted over. I am wondering though now, am I gonna, I'm trying to intentionally like put extra paint over where the 11 is, but I'm wondering if I'm gonna have to go over it again. But I won't even know until it's dry. So it's like, am I gonna go back when it's dry? We'll see. We'll see. If it's that bad, I will. If it's not too egregious. Like, these 12, the 12's too egregious. They're not acceptable. There we go. Okay, got that one. Here's an 11. Oh, I'm gonna regret painting this before I check on the other ones, aren't I? I already feel the regret. Oh gosh. Because the problem when you do that is that suddenly your arm gets all painted. And that's the problem. There you go. Yeah, but the white, yeah, you can like kinda, you can freestyle some of this. I do like that part. I do like that. So the white does have some benefits. You can get away with like almost trying to blend into these already dried dark areas, and you can get a little bit more like, would it be called like a pop? Like just interesting little textures on those sections, you know, like there's like a little bit of white now on the section that was all of a like green blob. Maybe I'm just a little delusional. Maybe it's not doing anything. It feels like it's doing something. And I think that's what's important. Oh, here's an 11 section. There you go. Is that 11? I think so. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Get a better view, better vantage point, I suppose. Here we go. Okay. Oh. Wait, yeah. Using my fingers as a paintbrush to try to fix certain sections. Okay. I forget I'm 11. I keep sometimes thinking I'm number 10. I do also wonder what places I've just painted the wrong thing because my brain got confused. There we go. Nice. Oh, here's another section. Okay. Dude, I am laser focused right now. As they say, I'm locked in. Oh, I swear I just painted right here, but it looks like I didn't. Okay. Oh, here's an 11. They're just I'm convinced that there's like a fairy changing the canvas as I work and adding more of color. How can I how am I missing so many spots? Do with that. Perfect. Okay. Nice. Okay. Oh, there's an 11. Every time I say I'm gonna close it, I'm gonna do it! It just keeps finding more. There's another 11. This is wild. I also don't know if I'm seeing the 11s because they're drying. They're just like... the numbers aren't getting covered. Like here, I see the 11 again. Oh, here I see this 11 starting to dry. This 11's starting to dry. That's what's happening. They're just drying. Oh, that's so sad. That's another reason I like the I like the darker colors a little better. They're just a little bit easier to work with. Okay. Oh, there's an 11. I saw you. You can't hide from me. Okay, there we go. Let's clean this up now. And we're gonna fix all of these little 12s that are just poking out. Okay. There we go. Oh. May as well leave this 11 open. They'll probably realize that I needed it. Okay. There's some 12. I don't want it to be like patchy though. I don't really know how to blend colors on colors that already exist. Oh, here's just a 12 that I missed, I think. Fixing our mistakes from yesteryears, I guess. There you go. Not just that. Okay. Any other 12s I see poking out? Pew, 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 pew. I see a 10. I think 10, oh, 10 was a brown, so I'll just wait and fix this. Is it watercolor? No, it's just regular acrylics. There's a 12. Ugh, I got my hand in it. There's a 12. There you are. But yeah, it's just regular, yeah, acrylics. I lost where I just did that 12. There. I think we got it all. 12. There we go. Okay, let's close. Yeah. Oh. Let me, 1 second. Look at this message. Give me a second. Cool. What are we on? Do we have 13s? I think we might have already done 13s. We do have an issue of all those 10s we missed over there. Maybe we should fix that really fast. I see a lot of 10. It's gonna haunt me. I'll use the skinny brush. Okay. I don't even know how I missed all these 10. Because I even remember painting up here. They're sneaky. There we go. And there was another 10 that we missed, right? I'm just gonna... There was another 10 we missed. Oh, there's a 13 here. Is that the only 13? Or have I just done all the other 13s? Now, where was that 10 that I missed? I see a 4 that I missed. But I thought there was a 10 that I missed. I don't see it, so, Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun. Do I have brown hair? No, I have blue hair. Dun, dun, dun. I'm right there on the screen. I have blue hair. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Here's... Okay, so we have this 3. Let's get these. So we have a 4 we missed and a 1 that we missed. Let's get the 4 and the 1. Yeah. Okay, before we move on to 13, 14, 15. Let's get all the, like, single digits that we missed. Okay, Mr. 1, where are you? There we go. And then the little spot right here. There we go. 15, 14, 15, 15, 14, 14, 14. That's a 4. Oh, here's a 1. Ooh, this one's kind of tricky to paint. Need a little bit more paint. There we go. Hi, Cobra. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. How goes your Thursday so far? There we go. Nice. Okay, any other... That 4 is just sending the bat signal at this point. Oh, there's... Right, 8s, 15s, 14s are fine. Let me rinse this off and get that 4. I'm so excited. We're almost there. There we go. You're on call. Do you plan to just like hang out and do nothing? I hope that's your plans. Nap, hang out, make some nice rice. Oh, here's a couple 1s. There we go. Tuesday night, you got called in for, till 1 a.m.? Oh my gosh, Cobra. Gosh, and I was upset because I worked till 6 today. Oh, jeez. I hope you rested. Or I hope you've recovered. Did they let you come in? This is the dumb question to ask. I was going to ask, did they let you come in late the next day? But I know the answer to that. I'd like to apologize in advance for asking that. Where? What color is this supposed to be? I think it's supposed to be this. Do this. Oh, I kind of like this, like, back and forth, like, strategy. Oh, you're back in the 7:30? Oh my gosh. Jeez. I appreciate the work that you do. I will say that. Everyone in the world is very appreciative of the work, but goodness gracious, I'm glad you got to leave early. Yeah, get a little bit more paint. Yeah, this like, is this how artists do their, like, their spruce trees? I think I figured out the hack. It's gotta completely be messing up my paintbrush, though. It looks cool. But yeah, got any fun cooking plans this weekend? That's what really matters. That's the dream. It's living the dream in my book. Having cooking plans that... What's supposed to be right here? I don't know. I'm at the point where I'm kind of like... I'm guessing. I think this is the right color, though. Ironically, I think I picked well here. Or funnily enough, I don't think it's ironic, but... There we go. Okay. The 13s are done. Because most of these I forgot. Oh, there was the 13. Is it worth it? No. I'm just gonna use this color. It's not the right color, but... I think it'll work. There we go. Okay, now we just have 14, 15, and 8. You're in a cooking slump? Have you, or do you like tikka masala? I recently got into making it. It's really good. But mostly what I was most into is it is super easy to make homemade naan. I was shocked to find out how easy it is to make it. You probably have most of the spices to make tikka masala. I think the only one you might not have is garam masala. Everything else you probably have. It's like cumin, like garlic, ginger, oh, turmeric. Maybe, I don't know if you have turmeric, but you can get like little jars of turmeric and garam masala. It's mostly just spice mixtures. And then you just marinate the chicken and you cook it through, and it just stews, and like it's very good and like shockingly easy. I would recommend it if you want to try it. But naan specifically, I am shocked. I cannot get over how easy it is to make naan. I've been so into it, and it takes like, so I'll prep the dough balls, and then for a couple days I'll just keep them in the fridge and like roll out a couple of dough balls and cook them. Very good. Okay, we're on 14. There's lots of 14. Okay. We're gonna have to buckle up because there's... Let me get my sleeve out of there. There's 14s everywhere. What's another food that I feel like I've been very motivated by recently? Korean side dishes is also something I've been very into making recently. Like, there's this spicy cucumber salad. It's also not very hard to do, and then you just marinate the cucumber. I have made that a lot recently. It's really good. I heard you can also do like a spicy salad, but I haven't gotten the lettuce for it. Lettuce is just one of those things that like you have to eat it within a couple days, and you can't just get like a couple couple leaves, which is all I need. I don't want like a whole head of lettuce. You thinking about making an Asian style turkey meatloaf? Ooh, that does sound good. I haven't had a lot of luck with turkey. But I would try it. I have bad turkey luck. I always make it dry, and I know it completely has to do with how you cook the turkey, not the turkey itself is dry. I'm just not very good at making it compared to how I am with some other things. You know? Yeah, lettuce goes off way too quickly. I've gotten more into cabbage recently just because it holds over longer, in my opinion. You know what I've found that shockingly has been very healthy for me, and I never even really... I never thought about it, but I have gotten Greek yogurt, and anytime I'm making a sauce, like the primary, I guess, like component of the sauce, I just put Greek yogurt in it. Or I'll mix a bit of Greek yogurt in with like my rice and things. So I get protein, and it's also like just a lower calorie way to make things creamier. Because like I'm so short. I can consume so few calories. So if I can do small little changes to like enjoy really tasty dishes, and you know, keep the calorie count low, then I'm happy. But yeah, that's my secret weapon right now to having super tasty, saucy, creamy dishes without too much. Because then I can have more of it. Turkey is tricky, but in meatloaf it stays nice and moist. Oh, I'll have to try that. Oh, I got my hands on like 15 different things I wasn't supposed to. It does feel like the 14 is... I guess because it's a very neutral green color, that's why it's like a lot of the canvas. I thought the 8 was most of the canvas, but I think there's a lot more 14s than there are 8s. Yep. Mix in some, my trouble is that I just cook for myself so you don't have to make a ton of food for meal prep. I do have that conflict, yeah. It's like... It's much easier to cook at volume, like for a lot of people. But usually I'm just cooking for myself. Sometimes I'm cooking for Val too, but usually he just picks up his own food. So I'm typically cooking for one. And it's very hard. That was definitely one thing I liked about when I did work in an office, especially with baking, is I could bake a lot, like have fun baking, because that's just something I enjoyed, I was passionate about, but then I could take things into the office, you know? And I wouldn't be like wasting food, because, I don't know, if I make a cake, even between Val and I, like, we're not gonna get through it. So either I've actually done a lot of research on like small batches, and then I do a lot of cookies because I can freeze the cookie dough, and then we can just have like, you know, heat up or like bake 1 or 2 cookies at a time. Which it does look a little goofy to only have like 1 cookie on a baking tray, but I mean, you know, it's better. It's easier. And you get into baking brownies. Exactly. Then you're stuck eating like a ton of brownies, and then you gotta run like 50 miles for it to be okay. Sweets are nice, but health is also nice. It's a balance. as with everything. But yeah, like mug cakes is something I got really into, and then like single servings. I've gotten a lot of like baking dishes for like making single cakes and stuff. And plus they're usually really cute, so you can collect. Like I have one, this little pumpkin. I've been eyeing this, like they're ramekins are what they're called, but like with a lid. It's like in the shape of a heart that I think is really cute. I bet I'm kind of holding off because I'm betting to, like, you know, for post Valentine's Day it's gonna be on sale, and I'm gambling on the post Valentine's Day you know, selling everything heart shaped sale. I think it's a safe gamble. In my personal opinion. Air fry the lone cookie? I've never thought about that. It would, I guess, be faster than, like, taking all the time to, you know, preheat the oven and everything. I might have to look into that. That's a good idea. I like how you think, Cobra. Air fry the cookie. Okay, well, now I'm gonna experiment this weekend. I actually need to make a new batch of cookies because we've eaten through all of them. It's been kind of gloomy, dreary weather, so, like, very often I'll be like, yeah, this is some cookie weather. So we'll bake a couple cookies. Ooh, you're gonna try bread? Let me know how it goes. I've been, like I said, I've been in my bread era. Oh, that's so sweet. You know what? I should bake a loaf and give it to my mom. That would be fun. Because that's definitely the thing about bread. Like homemade bread, it does kind of spoil fast. I think I'm gonna look into like consumer accessible preservatives to see what I can do to extend the shelf life of my homemade bread. I don't really know it's accessible. I'm not very familiar with like food-based preservative systems, so it's gonna take some research, but I'm sure they're accessible because there's people like really obsessed with homesteading and stuff, and they preserve their foods for long periods of time. So I assume they at least have their bread last a couple weeks. Just eat more bread. I could do that, but I know this is a shocker, but there is a limit to how much bread I can eat, and it's mostly correlated to my interest in wanting to eat something else. Okay, these areas confuse me because it looks like it's the same color around this 14. I'm kind of confused. I feel like a lot of the interest factor is kind of being lost because they're putting this green next to another, what seems to be the same shade of green. I'm kind of confused. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Bread always has, like, I also want to learn how to make bread shapes. There's, like, you know, people are starting to shape, like, animals into bread, or, like, they'll make a penguin, or, I don't know, some cute thing. And I want to learn how to make said cute thing. Mm-hmm. There we go. Slowly getting there. Yeah, like all of this, 14. Kind of interesting. Gotta be careful to not lose all this detail I painted. I think 14 is just like maybe the cover color. That's my assumption. Plate the dough, make Hollywood. Yeah, I haven't seen like the latest 3 or 4 seasons of Great British Bake Off. They lost Mary Berry, and what is it called? Yeah, they lost Mary Berry, and I was like, oh, I missed that. I really liked her dynamic with Paul Hollywood. What's that? What is this painting live stream on it? Yeah. But Thursdays are like HANDCAM, like craft streams. We do different crafts on Thursday. It's official for us. Prue? Yeah, Prue's kind of alright. It's not the same. But Prue's not too bad. That's fair. That's valid. The thing I really like about this show is just like there's zero drama. There's never drama. They're always just so nice and well behaved. And it kind of makes me giggle because they have an American equivalent and it felt so much more toxic. Which I guess that's what's popular, so it kind of makes sense, but it's kind of funny to see the contrast. Exactly, all of the, like, I love, you know, like, one of my favorite things to watch is cooking competition shows, but, like, they can get so insanely toxic. I just want to watch people be passionate about cooking and compete, except for Cutthroat Kitchen. I watch Cutthroat Kitchen for the chaos, but other than that, like, I'm watching for just, like, the spirit of people being passionate about, like, something I also enjoy that are at a much higher level than me. And I like to see what they do. But, you know, we can't have nice things, apparently. Okay. 8s. 8s. 15. Cover that. Cover that. Oh, here's some 14. We're almost there. Although, like I said, Cutthroat Kitchen specifically, I wish we could do Cutthroat Kitchen watch-alongs. That's, like, let's see, I don't really mind the whole, like, you know, you can't watch things on stream, obviously. But, like, the only one that's a bummer is that we can't all watch Cutthroat Kitchen together. Because that would be fun. Okay. It's also, like, impossible to watch stuff together now because they blink out the screen when you try to do screen share. I know Netflix used to have that thing, like, watch parties, but they got rid of it. Might be a way, but yeah, it's like, you can watch on stream if, like, I'm not actually sharing my screen and we all find the same video, and then I do a countdown, and then we all hit play at the same time. But even then, like, if we don't, all have the same source, like, some, depending on the site you're watching on, it might have, like, the preview little thingies, and some of them might not have the previews, or, like, the little thing that says this is the studio, you know, like, the studio credits. Like, we might not all have our 0 spot in the same starting point, so it's, like, kind of hard. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. It's, like, kind of hard even to do that. And then I guess there's some streamers that just say, like, F it, and they just put it on the screen, but I'm not I'm not that daring. I like my cozy little stream, and I'm not really interested in risking it for, like, short-term enjoyment. That's why we don't even do, like reacting stuff. Where we just, like, watch YouTube videos together. There's a program you could use, but getting a bunch of people there would be a pain. I forgot what it was called, but I heard someone recommending it. I feel like I know what you're talking about. I'd never heard of it before, but then someone was like, oh, you could just use this thing. And I was like, what is this? Yeah, you could also probably, like, build something to sync it together, but again, it's a lot of work. Parsec. Maybe that's it. I honestly have no idea. Maybe I could, like, peep into a couple streams where people are watching stuff. Or there's, like, anime weeks on Twitch. I wonder if when there's anime weeks on Twitch, if you're allowed to watch, or if you have to be using the, like, Crunchyroll channel. I don't know how that really works. That would be pretty cool if they enabled it so that you can have watch parties together on Twitch based on, like, you know, what companies are streaming of their services. It would be kind of lit, but I guess I'd kind of get rid of the purpose of their streaming service, huh? Okay. We are on to the last color. Right? It looks really cool. I'm very excited for a violet. We're also on the last color, and I saved it for last because I think it's gonna make things pop the most. It's the most intimidating section because it's straight black, but rolling up our sleeves for this again. I think it's gonna make things look really neat. But this could also, okay, I guess gaze and wonder because we might lose this soon. This is the last time we might see it in a somewhat acceptable place because black can really, like, it's kind of permanent, if that makes sense. We could paint over and fix things, but these do not look like birds. But okay. Those are the birds. I hope y'all see the bird vision. Okay. Oh, I'm so scared for this part, but we're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna actually flip this upside down. It's a little easier to say the 8, but we're not gonna really know what's happening until I flip it back around. That's kind of part of the fun. That's part of the mystery, huh? That's also a problem though, because I'm not gonna be able to, like, eyeball what I think should be where. Is this a black or just a very dark green? I actually can't tell. Dun 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 dun. But yeah, I hope the next big thing, you know, there's like Netflix with streaming services, someone that actually figures out how we could, because like everything is moving towards making it so it's single, you know, single person, but make me a service, like, you know, massive multiplayer games, but like just letting us watch things together. If we're all paying for it, we're all logged in, sharing screen, you know? I guess the issue would be who's paying for that. But I mean, if we were all willing to pay a monthly fee to be able to watch stuff together, or like how you can pay in college, one of the things I used to do was I was essentially on kind of like a student council, and we used to put on events for students, and we would have this thing where you could go like outside. We'd have like a giant screen outside, and students could go and watch a movie, and we would pay for the right to watch the movie. It's basically like going to the movie theater outside, and we would pay for a fee to be able to like screen the movie. And it wasn't like it wasn't like a horrible fee. So something like that. If you can do that, surely you should be able to, like, you know, also have like post watch parties. You have Dropout and HBO Max, neither one stops me from streaming. Wait, really? I didn't know HBO. Okay. HBO supremacy right there. What the heck? Definitely Crunchyroll, Netflix, and Hulu lock you out. Crunchyroll takes it really far. I was watching an anime the other day, and I wanted to just take a screenshot, like literally just a flat screenshot, and they turned the screen black. It came out like that. Okay. This is a lot of corner details, so I'm gonna swap this over here. I guess so you can still see it, but then I have a little bit more perspective on what I'm supposed to be painting here. Like I said, we got into this section with the little tiny just blobble bits. Yeah, like, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I understand why they do what they do, but from, like, a consumer perspective, it's really lame. It's kind of like... So, Steam, right? Steam's entire premise was people won't pirate games if you make it easy and accessible for them to do what they want to do, you know? Like, yes, they're still paying money, but, like... And yes, there's still people that pirate games, but most people just use Steam. It's easier, it's safer, it's more convenient, and you know, it's all in one place. And Steam itself is free. So, like, Steam makes a good amount of money. Steam is a very good example of, like, how you can have that kind of service and pretty well combat the concept of, like, piracy through convenience. So someone just would make it convenient. I actually saw someone, they were talking about, like, I'm on a couple of, like, manga forums, and they're talking, like, yeah, you know, like, for a while I was like purchasing my manga like online or like either digitally or physical print, and the price, you know, and the ease of which I could do it, you know, I didn't mind. But now that it's like really hard, a lot of stuff is getting taken down, and you pay by chapter now instead of being able to just like have access to series. People are like, yeah, it's not really worth, like, I'm just gonna go back to pirating things. It's kind of funny. Like, I saw the same thing people were talking about for, like, you know, streaming services. They're like, yeah, it was more convenient to pay for Netflix, but now it's so, like, so expensive that I'm just gonna figure out how to pirate again. So it's a kind of interesting dynamic between consumer and product. 'Cause it's like, I get it, but you know, people are gonna pirate if you make it worth their time to figure it out. Although, obviously, what they're doing now is they're putting a lot of effort into shutting those things down so that it's more inconvenient to try to make it more convenient to use the service. So, I'm interested to see where it falls in the next 5 years, because I did see a startup. This cracked me up. I saw a startup that they were like, yeah, we like are combining a bunch of the different like, you know, I guess items on different streaming services, because, you know, like Netflix only has specific shows, and Hulu and HBO and Disney Plus, like they only have specific stuff, and so like we're combining all of their inventories into like one place that you can watch it, like, you know, like specific times, but still like you have access to watch them, and like with commercials. It's like you invented cable. That's just cable. And they're like, but you can pick and choose which streaming packages you like have access to. I'm like, that's DirecTV. You would pay for certain channels. You didn't. We're going back. We're swinging backwards. Y'all need to stop. You're out of control. Yeah, exactly. Just cable TV and only streams so I pay for a Dropout because I believe in the company. I don't think I'm familiar with Dropout. What is Dropout? Is it a streaming service, or like what is it? I've never heard of it. I'm intrigued. Yeah, the only, I think, service I'm like really tied to right now is Crunchyroll because of anime, but used to be College Humor, but instead of Crunchy Skits, it's variety comedy shows. Oh, that's cool. I remember College Humor from a long time ago. I didn't know they had their own service now. Good for them. But yeah, I'm starting to run into an issue with anime of like, Crunchyroll used to be like the catch-all for anime. They had everything, you know? But now other services are starting to selectively buy contracts, so that like you can't watch all of the season just owning Crunchyroll. You have to have like Aniplex, or I forgot honestly what the other ones are called because I'm angry at them. But like there was, for example, there was one series, Oshinoko. I wanted to watch it, the anime, because I was really into the manga, but it was only some other service bought the rights to it, and there was nothing else on that service that I wanted. And I was like, I cannot justify paying like, I don't remember what it was, for the season, so like 3 months or so, just to watch Oshinoko and nothing else. Like, that's irresponsible. So I haven't watched the anime yet, other than like clips and stuff on YouTube. Oh, I did not mean to make that as fat as I made that. Well, they were dropped from their parent company and the CEO bought it. Oh, that's so cool. I like that. Like, small owned. That's cool. We need more like small owned companies like that. We need competition. I'm big on competition. I can't figure out. I think in some places this is getting worse. This one in particular is a little questionable. I might have to like, you know, do some stuff. Wait, $5 a month? That's worth it. Just to support something that like you're into, the, you know, like the project itself. $5 isn't bad. That's very, very reasonable in my opinion. Do you use it frequently? Like, do you watch the stuff on there frequently? Or I guess, like, how frequently do they put out content? Is it something that's, like, daily? Or is there, like, a bunch of series and so it's, like, you have different things to watch every day? Because $5 a month for your own, like, creating all of your own material doesn't seem like a lot. Like, I can't imagine how much they can realistically get out in a month on only $5 per person. 2 to 3 times. Okay, that's very reasonable. That's very reasonable for $5 then. That's good. I was like, man, they got either you have to reduce your content so that you can keep putting out high quality product, or you have to just start kind of putting out slop, you know? So that's good that they just went the like reduced amount. I think we're actually getting some cool little detailing on these dark spots. We also have D&D playthrough content, which will still effort. It's different. Oh yeah, that's cool. They do D&D. Yeah, D&D is definitely like you have to put a lot of effort, obviously, into putting together the campaign and like the actual D&D itself. But like it's more laid back because you're having fun, you know. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like you're having fun with friends while doing it. So once the like difficulty of the prep, I feel like you're kind of just jamming out to the experience. The show budgets are low as well. Typically, it's all comedy game shows. Oh, that's good. Yeah, like talk shows and stuff. Okay, you can keep the budget down a lot with that. I wasn't sure like how produced it was. If it was like story or just like kind of their skits that they did previously. I'm trying so carefully to stay. It's these like thin little lines. I just like when in doubt kind of fluffing it. I feel like if I like add little fluff, it saves the day. This is completely off topic, but I went and got Froyo yesterday and they were playing Christmas music. I thought it was so funny. I was like, what? This is, and like, it took me a second. It took me by surprise. I was like, is this Christmas music? I was like, yep, wow. But I guess, you know, whoever owns the aux cable gets to decide what they're listening to. Christmas in February. What is your opinion when driving? Does the passenger or the driver get to decide the music, or do you think it should be rotated? Like, do you think there should be a democracy where they decide together what's acceptable, or should it be a dictatorship of one or the other? Like the one providing the directions or the one driving the car? I feel like this is a hotly debated topic. I think generally speaking, the driver, because, you know, they need to pick something that they can focus on, but I could see an argument for both. He's seeing Christmas music yesterday. Maybe you were in control of the music at the place I was at yesterday. Driver picks the music, shotgun shuts their giggle. Oh my gosh. Yeah, for me it's just I don't know if it's so much about like, you know, cake hole shutting. But for me, it's a matter of, like, the driver just needs to indicate what they need to focus, and if that's a specific type of music, I'm like, okay, well, I'd rather be safe than listening to music. I don't think that was supposed to be this color. Okay. Word one. You don't drive makes me think you have bias. I do have a little bit of bias because I don't drive, that's true. I do appreciate those who drive for me. That's true. When driving to Pennsylvania, your parents had to listen to Gorillaz for 3 hours. That's wild. That's wild. But yeah, I do pretty much just listen to Vow's music. Okay. It's done. Wait, let me see if I can... Yeah, raise it up a little bit. What do y'all think? You can still see some, like, edges and where the numbers and stuff, but, like, I'm pretty happy with this. Let me let it focus. Focus. You can, like... You can see the trees. I mean, I had a lot of trouble with, like, thinness of the, like, the wood. But I'm pretty happy with this, right? Yeah, I think it's really pretty. Okay, here's what it was supposed to be. Here, I'll give the little... This is what we were going for. And this is what we ended up with. I think it's pretty close. Right? Is there anything? I don't want to spoil it too much because it is paint by numbers, so I don't want to take too much credit. But I am very happy with this. I as someone who does not have a lot of skill at knowing what colors go with what, I feel like I learned a lot from this. If you're like new, I mean, I'm not new to painting. I've painted a lot. I'm just not good at it. So I feel like just omit the paint, but yeah, I just shouldn't admit about the paint by numbers. But as someone who's like not, like a lot of my paintings fall very flat because I don't have good perspective on like what colors go with what. Let's see if I have one of my paintings. I have a lot of sketchbook. Where's an example of something to like... Wow, some of these are so old. Okay, here's like a good example of me like trying to make colors work and like not understanding how okay, here's what I was doing, and I was trying to like make like a Cosmos type thing, you know. I went a little crazy with the like the spray, but like I feel like I didn't really get it, you know? So like this was really cool to see how many different colors would actually be required to like really make a nature scene pop out. I feel like I learned a lot from this. This was good for my learning. I might try more of these. So like, and then like it'd be kind of fun to do with another one where I tried to like make this without the numbers. The old one? Oh yeah. Did I not have it up enough? Yeah, exactly. Colors are hard. Yeah, that's why I have these colors. So it would actually be really cool to try next week to replicate this with just what they gave me without having like the examples. But yeah, so this is like I said, like stuff like this. It's just like I don't have a lot of experience knowing what goes with what. But like I tried to add a bunch of like different colors to like make really pretty clouds. But this is by far the best I've done. It's going up on my wall. I'm happy. I'm very happy. But yeah, maybe next week we'll do a try to replicate this stream because I think I have Canvas. That would be a fun Thursday stream. I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do. The other thing I was thinking about doing was holding origami stars, but to make it really pretty, like I want to fill up a jar with little like origami stars and like build them up. Yeah, exactly. If it was like less hard lines, more fluff. And to be fair, I was trying to use the paintbrushes that the kit gave because I wanted the full kit experience, and I do feel like they started getting a little jank. But they were actually pretty good quality, all things considered. They got me through. The paints are what I'm most impressed with. I didn't run out of paint anywhere. They gave me the correct amount. I still have like half a jar probably of each. And they are really good coverage. There's a couple places where you can see like lines. See like, especially with the lighter colors. You definitely need like 2 or 3 coats. But overall, really good kit. I'm pleasantly surprised by this. I'm not 100% sure it's a legit kit in the sense that like, I think they AI arted it, or like there's some shenanigans at least with the translations. For those that weren't with us last week, I will show you the shenanigans on the box. Okay. So like it could just be they translated poorly into English. Here, I'm trying to get it in the frame. So like here is step 2, and then here's step 2 again. There's no step 3. Or like here it says to make the colors transparent. To make the colors transparent. To make the colors transparent, you know? Or like the translations are really poor. Like the paintbrush is made of high elastic nylon. It helps you paint more comfortably, easily, and brightly. Or where was the funny thing? Oh, this one was my favorite one. After finishing your artwork, you can add the details on it to make it more vivid, lively with your creative. Like I'm not making this up. This is just like little things that, like, there's something going on with this kit. So that was one thing I was also saying. It'd be really nice to find like a small business that does these paint by number projects and like get one from them and see if there's a difference in like the process. Yeah, step 2 would only be step 2 and no other steps. That's the only thing allowed. Everything else, ban. We should do that, yeah. I'm gonna see if I can. I think I have canvases. I still have some canvases in my closet. If not, we'll just use a notebook. I have lots of notebooks where I have half-filled art in. Yeah. We'll decide what we want to do next week. As always, you know, Thursdays are our art hand cam stream, so we have flexibility. I have crafts all over my room unfinished that we can pick. But yeah, either we'll do this or we'll do the origami stream, another origami stream, because you know that origami stream last time went it went so well that I think it'd be great for a round 2. But for now, this is all I had planned, actually. Oh, thank you for following. This is all I had planned for today, so we're ending. I thought this was gonna take a lot longer. I didn't realize we were so far into it last time. Although it took us like 3 hours and then another 2.5 hours, so we wouldn't have finished last stream. We would have had to go into another stream, so this was like I guess like a 6-hour process, like 5-6 hour process. That's not too bad for a painting, I would say. Yeah. I'm very proud. This is going up on a wall for sure. There we go. Side. Pew, pew, pew. Moving things over. Yeah. My desk is full of paint now. It dried fast, which is nice, but it is full of paint, and it is time to end the stream. As always, I hope everyone has a fun weekend. I hope y'all have some fun stuff planned for the weekend. I don't have anything. Nutella's gonna hear. She's gonna be barking. I don't have anything really planned for the weekend, but oh yeah, I'm gonna read the book I was telling y'all about. I'm gonna read my book, but other than reading my book and going obviously to the bookstore to get the book, don't have much planned. You can hear her, right? It's her. Nutella and Nina are both looking at me from across the hallway. They can see me, and they want to hang out. But yeah, we'll be streaming on Monday. I don't know. I haven't decided what game. I haven't decided what game to play yet. we have options, I suppose, but I haven't I haven't done my research. I'll figure out this weekend. I don't know. Maybe I'll post on the Discord for suggestions. I am, as always, underprepared, but we'll have a decision on Sunday about what game to play and what craft we're doing. Yeah. Hope everyone has a good weekend, as always. I will see y'all on Monday. Oh yeah, and I hope you have a good night too, because I guess it's a little earlier than we usually end. So I hope you have a good night. But yeah. Oh, I still have the relaxing meadow music playing. That's funny. Yeah. Good night, y'all. Hope you have a good weekend. See y'all on Monday. Bye.